What's up, guys? This is Paul again, and back with my weekly video of 10 random sales, 10 random items that we've sold via Amazon FBA the past 7 days. This one here was actually, if people from the Facebook group know of, we bought a bunch of books and media from a local college library. We've probably sent in 4 or 5 boxes so far from that. This was actually the first item that sold from that. It was a DVD, Shiloh. You can see, I actually have never even heard of this, but we sold it new. It was sealed for $17, and we paid, basically, when you break it down, pennies for it. Pretty much nothing for them when you really break it down. Second one here is a CD. Like I had said before in other videos, normally if you've never heard of the people, it's worth looking up because it could be worth money. I've never heard of this person here. Sold this for new. This also was sealed, and we sold this for $20. We would have paid $1 or less for this. Here is a teaching book. We sold this for $15. And again, would have been under $1, probably under 50 cents for this. Next, done really well with fitness DVDs, so if you ever find them cheap, make sure you pick those up. This one here we purchased for in a lot and paid probably pennies for it, and sold that for $17. And we have The Who, classic music, does really good. You can see the crazy new price on this, but we sold ours used. I think it had some wear on it, but we still got $20, and again would have been in a lot under $1. Pretty much anything that you see, unless I say differently, it was under $1, and a lot of times it's under 50 cents. This was in a group of PC games that we got. Did really well with this one. We sold this one for $30. And again, it would have been about $1 when you break it down. Here's Behind the Glass. Record producers tell how they craft the hits. This, I believe, went to Australia, and we've got $19 for this. I actually thought this would sell sooner because I think it had a good ranking. Not sure what it has now. Yeah, it's 48,000 in books, but it actually sit for a few months. But that's one of the great things with Amazon. You can have books sit there for a year or two, and it really doesn't cost you that much money. But obviously, this only sat for a few months, so I have no problem with that. We got this in a group of books. Again, would have paid like pennies for these. This was in a group of military books we got. I believe this was from the 1980s. These older books do sell. We got $27 for this one. This was a nice one we got. This was also from the college library. So again, it would have been pennies when you break it down per book. And we sold this recently for $30. And then last, not a big sale here, but I just kind of wanted to put one of these in. We saw a ton of books like this. We got this one for $10, or we sold this for $10. It's just like a self-help book. We saw a lot of self-help and religion books in the $8 to $10 range. And a lot of people will say, well, I don't want to deal with books that are $8, but, my thought is if I can get it for cheap, I will send it in. I'll send in anything up to like 5 million ranking, as long as it's, if it gets over like 2 million, I'll want to make at least $10, $15 on it. But if it's 2 million and under, we send in books for, $7, $8, and it does add up because with as cheap as we get them for, usually pennies or a quarter or 50 cents. You make $4 or $5 on each of these books. You get to where you're selling 20 of these a day, which we aren't at yet, but even just 20 cheap ones, you figure that's $100 a day. So obviously our per book average will be more than that, but I wanted to show you that we do sell books like this all the time in the $8 to $10 range, and that it really does add up. But everybody, has their own plan for their business. I don't mind sending in books that I'll only make, $2 on. It doesn't cost much at all to send them in. It doesn't cost much for them to be there. Amazon takes care of all the work. If I had to merchant fulfill these myself, I wouldn't do that for that kind of money. But when it's sitting in there and, Amazon does all the work, I have no problem with doing that at all. So that was it. That's another week of just 10 random sales. Like I've said before, this doesn't mean these were the best sales of the week. It's just 10 random ones that I've picked out. So I hope everybody's enjoying this. And I'll be back again next week with another sales video. Thanks, guys.